president was speaking about is Satan himself. You know, any of you out, this smoke now. Any of you out there that are people of faith know that the scriptures tell us that the prince of the power of the air is Satan, is the devil. The devil has many foot soldiers in America today. And those foot soldiers are standing over on the side of the progressive left. Those that are in favor of killing babies outside of the womb. So this governor, Nordstrom, that should have been prosecuted and hung for what he said in supporting murder, now he is the one that has decided, God, the smoke, I swear. Now he's the one that has decided to shut Virginia down until June 17th. And I'm sure that he has the support of the accused rapist, his lieutenant governor, as well.
That doesn't soften the need for having answers on where this investigation is at.
And I can appreciate that, and I appreciate that the public is concerned and interested in this. And what I can assure you is that when the case is closed and when law enforcement feels like they've exhausted all of their resources, or when they move forward with the prosecution, they'll release the information.
So when the case is closed, when that may be, a year from now, and the Forest Service figures out they can't solve the case, then we're supposed to all come back together and try to remember if we saw anybody out there or not. Or that's why you do an investigation while things are fresh. While people still remember a truck coming out of that area or a person that was camped there, you know?
Sure, I think you may be confusing the lack of information with the lack of investigation, and that's not the case here. This is an open investigation, and law enforcement is conducting their investigation as they've been trained to do, and so I want to make it clear that it's under investigation. Just the information that they're choosing to publicly release to the general public is limited at this time, but the
I was in the logging business. By the time you're done with the NEPA studies and the environmental studies and the IS studies, all of the timber that had caught fire is past the point of still being able to be used as a sawmill. And I don't speak to you from reading it. I speak to you from living it. This was my livelihood. I dealt with the Forest Service, with the forest before. That's why I'm not a big fan of the way the Forest Service manages things.
You may not be a fan. I'm just telling you what our plan will be doing.
But this fire has been deemed man-made.
correct, yes, I can confirm that it's a human-caused fire.
Okay, and so where are y'all at in your investigation? Do you have any suspects? Do you have any possible leads? Where are you at?
No matter how many times you stomp your feet or ask for that information, the integrity of the investigation should take precedent, because ultimately the integrity of that investigation is what's going to protect the communities.
And I appreciate that, but if you can just refer that information back to the investigator and have him here at the next meeting, I'd appreciate that. So he can have a report, an update, and possibly answer some questions on what's going on with the investigation.
I can request that, and I can almost guarantee you that they will not send somebody down here. I did request that for the anticipation of this meeting, and given the limited resources that we have, he felt, and his boss felt like the best use of his time was doing active investigations on fires.
You know, the petty stuff is where it all starts. We need to continue to crack down on the petty crime, just like we do all of them.
This smoke now. Any of you out there that are people of faith know that the scriptures tell us that the prince of the power of the air is Satan, is the devil.
Fire. Hey, you want to see something really cool?
Fire!